Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Last time, apparently we only did the trial former. Because here's the trial ladder, and I'm gonna die. This trial is taking so long. It was not only 2 hours, you lie! It was 2 years! February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? What? Trial's always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, able to reach surface. No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Today we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? First, she got called off to the judge's chambers. It was something to do with a piece of cloth. So we turn the trial around, right? My only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who started to feel tiny and significant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Hola! How you doing, buddy? They say you show red cloth to a bull, will fire up its temper. Hey, howdy, Marshal. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Said I had to come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. It's hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? While you're shaving. But the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Haven't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. The taste of I mean, Edgeworth had a decent car. Not that I would know about cars, but it seems like it was a decent car. Mr. Marshall? Oh, muffler thing? Didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. I don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow. Nope, nope, nope! I don't like it! I don't like it. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. At least we're seeing it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene. He wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. I don't want it to be time! I want it to be done. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I could hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Please do! I hear Texas barbecue's the best. God, we're back. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. I'd like to resume? I feel the same. What's up? Judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh! Something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. Your furrowed brow, those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. His poor car! What happened to his car? Oh. I missed what he said. I'm so worried about Edgeworth. I don't care about the judge. It can't be. This can't happen. What happened to Mr. Edgeworth? Well then, I believe this is time that we continue on with the trial. During our recess, I have requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock. Who's there? Is it this guy? What is the time? What is happening? A strange scuffy aura seems to be filling this courtroom. Temperature rose 5.7 degrees when the man came in. Who on earth is he? Well, he has rose-colored glasses, so this is about to be a treat. It's you. Oh, hehe. So I'm late. Oh, gee. That's packed, it's just me. No, long time no see, huh, Udgy? How you been? So much these days. Hello. Yeah, I'm so busy. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Gee. Seems to be late for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Me too. Why, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. Heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry a little worthy has given you all that trouble, huh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police. Chief of police? He's operating a police officer in the entire district. He sure does like to stand and stare. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Is Edgeworth okay? Oh, who do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at that poor fellow! Poor Worthy! I thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, this was muffler. So the star wasn't just saying things. That was when the crime occurred. This guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuck to the exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. Oh no! I just got the implications! If it can't exhaust, then the exhaust goes through the air vents in the car. Especially for, like, older models, stuff like that would happen. Or it would overheat, and it could combust. So someone was going after Edgeworth. My boy! No! What's this? What would you call a switchblade knife? Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Look at this document. It says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake at that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. It's not fair. When I had the crime, I had You're out in the clouds because you got an award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Not me! This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence. I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes. Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of the knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well. I think all you have to do is push that switch and... Look at my finger, Mr. Wright. I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. If I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Oh, just hurry up and open it. Oh, well, I guess I'm not doing anything. Oh, no, I can't? Okay. The small name tag on this knife seems to be SL92. I want everyone to know I use post-its so that way I can keep track of everything I need to keep track of for games and stuff. This court case alone has already taken up a full one of my post-its, one of the large ones. God, it's so much. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6. The DL6 incident fame. That's so strange. What is? I'm not certain, but I get a feeling I've seen this somewhere before. What is like this? Or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. Don't scare me like that. It's broken! The knife is broken! It looks rusted a little. Is that rust? I think it's rusted. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at the knife blade. The tip is broken off. A dark red stain. What? It looks like rust. Switchblade knife added to the court. Oh, okay. I see it better now. Okay. It is red. Switchblade knife added to the court record. Switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife. I like this sound. The thump, thump, thump. Very nice. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not a little one, really. Witness testimony. Department of Disorder. I feel like I'm in the Department of Disorder right this very second. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department scene. What a mess. Good time with the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? I posted 5:15, another death? Oh my god, a 1 is not a 5. Good lord! So 5:15 is a death at the police department. And 5:15 was another death at the prosecutor. Okay. not officially linked to this case, but I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Uji. We haven't officially announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed by at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. I am spiraling. Fucking dead in the water. Anyway, we're at the department. We're all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Oh, Mr. Wright. Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. Mathematically speaking, too. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, your questions focus on the case at hand. Cross-examination. Department in disorder. Oh, department in disorder. I thought it kept saying of. I was like, yeah. Okay. Your knife is special, but I can't say how here. Let me look at what we have. What do we have? Won't even let me look. Boo! Boo! Now that I know I can actually look at this, is fun. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Date and time of death, February 21st between 4 o'clock p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. Huh. Okay. I'm just gonna press this rule. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? I can't buy this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rido, but I can't say that now. Not that. We established that the knife at Goodman's chest was this knife. So why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped up as something. What if he was trying to get away? What if he was... No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. Never mind. Unless he was found at 5:15. He said that he was killed at 5:15. But if he was found at 5:15, it makes sense that Goodman was running. And maybe he was trying to get the prosecutor so that way he couldn't be found guilty. It does make sense, but it also doesn't make sense because of the timeline. Anyway, let's continue. My bad. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Mick fucking, hold on. Is this SL9 too? What if it's this one? Cause it's upside down! I see it. 221 SL9. It's a very 11037 kind of situation. I'm gonna go. Wait a second. Ah, at last. No, it's a goodness objection. This knife. This had to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! Now it's a goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It says SL92. This is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2? Your Honor. It's upside down. Upside down? Pretty name in the memo makes it look right side up. Turn around and what do you get? Bam! Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. So no. It's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief. Ah, well. Guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. Thank you. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Press it! So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case that once is solved. The stuff was stolen for the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. I like to think there isn't a connection there. Trying to get rid of evidence. Bad day for the department. We're in any shape to do any investigating. Something happened to the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. There's something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? How weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? It's a good question. Honestly, don't get mad. No matter, I understand. You were busy. With the Long's case and all. And to be fair, we did kind of bust into his office, so that kind of did something too. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department, see. What a mess! That same day that the detective was killed at the prosecutor's parking lot. That the detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? And we're lost for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where? I think where is the one that wasn't answered. So I think we go where. But tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't you mention that in the testimony just now? If that was evidence in a case, it was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between these two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? I just got handed a ticket to go to town on this case. There's a link between these two cases established. We finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. Yes. Chief? The defense's position is simply this. The connection between the two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's the connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. Knife was found in the lot was stolen in the police department's evidence room. Which the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed at the very same evidence room. Indeed. There seems to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim to the police at the police department. That's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get that information? Unofficially. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. I'm so fucking dead. What? Early? Who would have guessed? I cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Gimme. If you're going to tell us a little, don't tell us everything. Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Oh, we have the ID card. Oh, words are doing fantastic right now. Let's do victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell us the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? If not, you'll be able to tell who it is from that. I have my paper. Where's that? Someone tell me their name after all. Well, keep tight little ID numbers. So don't go getting your hopes up. Number is 5842189. I already have it on my paper. That means that it's the ID number of Goodman. Now I'm confused. Because that's the name of the victim. That's the ID number of the victim. Well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does it tell you anything? ID number of the victim of the police department. 5842189. It does. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Yes, you are to think it is. But what does it mean? Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You said the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What is it that tells you?
Take that!
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? Written like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, wait, it's just... I'm confused. This is news. Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police department, the prosecutor's office. Who places two detectives' murders at one time? Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? It's the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Rido. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier. I started with 82. After that. You didn't even get the first number right again. This number, the number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second. Right. What is this? Name? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness say about that? Oh, Chef's attack, righto, Chef's attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, our Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room, at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in a completely different location. Order, order, order. Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. I'm prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. I need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? I informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. That's the guy that shot him out! Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, have we heard that name before? Hey, aha! Caught his office. Excuse me, no, Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. Flight report, sir. Don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me that the report had nothing to do with the Llama Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department. Oh my god! Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. I'm just gonna blast through this. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name was written right on the top of the report. What did your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making that connection. He just seemed no. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. And I... He's kind of pissed. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? Fuck! What? Now, what is the second rule of evidence law? Mr. Wright? Oh, well, it's number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does that mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until the connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Rido over there. Good job, Rido, my boy! I was just doing my job. No. No! Edgeworth is having such an issue, my poor guy. He kinda sucks at his job. Seems we have to come to the end of the trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. Oh, with all the rumors. You were in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for the terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. And it will be. You'd better get results this time. Early. Yeah, my profound apologies, sir. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna break into his office. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. This trial's gonna take forever! Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Whatever your punishment is for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be God damn, okay. I'm at the end. Fucking floundering. I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Oh my god. There's gonna be 3 days. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.